Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, dear students? Today we are going to start with a very exciting unit. Actually, it's unit 7. The title is Jobs and Work. As you can see, book 6, unit 7, lesson 1. Before we start, I want you to look at this picture and tell me, what is this man's job? He is a science teacher. Here, please look closely. What is this man's job? He is a car mechanic. A car mechanic. Here, please look. Maybe it's not that clear, but I will describe the picture. There is a man under the water, and there's a shark. So we say he is a marine biologist. Marine biologist. The one who studies the sea life. And here it's clear, this is a police officer. Police officer. Okay. Here, students, even this picture, you can tell me what is this man's job in the picture. We say he is the one who takes care of animals. Is called in English vet. Okay, a vet. Yes. Objectives for today. We are going to study some compound nouns and job names. We are going to listen to people describing their jobs. We are going to learn about prepositions after adjectives. In speaking, we are going to talk about the most interesting job. And we are going to express opinions about the future jobs. Yes. Now, students, as you can see, jobs. What kind of jobs do people in your family have? Tell me, what is your father's job? What is your mother's job? Brothers, sisters, uncles, etc. Now, do they like their jobs? Why? If no, please tell me why not. Why don't they like their jobs? Can you think of any unusual jobs? Yes. Now, students, I will move to exercise number 2. Match the pictures to what's in the box. And do you know anybody who does these jobs? As I showed you at the beginning of the lesson, we have the science teacher, we have a car mechanic, police officer, marine biologist, and a vet. Okay? So please, here in picture A, what is picture A? We say this is for a car mechanic. In picture B, again, as you can see that there's someone under the water taking photos of strange or exotic fish. We say marine biologist. And here, picture C, again, this is a woman taking care of animals. So we say she is a vet. Yes. D, as you can see, this is like a classroom and the teacher with his students. They are doing kinds of experiments. So we say he is, yes, science teacher. The red arrow, it shows the science teacher. And the last one, it's crystal clear that this is a police officer. Police officer. Yes, students, please, you need to study these job names. Now, students, if I move to exercise number 3, listen to these people describing how they got their jobs. Please listen carefully and answer this question. Which jobs are they talking about? I think we are going to listen to 3 different people, so please, or 4. So please tell me the job names.
Track 43.
Listen carefully.
1. I've been crazy about animals ever since I was a little girl. When I was about 12, I met a friend of my parents who worked with animals. She said that it wasn't enough just to love animals. I had to work really hard at maths and science at school and then go to university and study for a long time. So that's what I did. It helped when I was good at maths and science anyway. So it's no surprise to anyone that I'm a vet. 2. How did I get to do my job? Well, I was always really keen on science at school and I wanted to help kids understand science and enjoy it like I did. I think I'm quite good with kids in general. I understand the way they think and learn. So teaching teaching is a perfect job for me. Oh, and my uncle was a maths teacher and one of my cousins is an English teacher. So, teaching runs in our family. Oh, what do I do? I'm a science teacher in a city high school. 3. I always loved cars and motorbikes. When I was little, I used to watch my dad working on his car. I became really interested in engines and I started to help my dad with his car when I was about 14. A friend of my dad's owned a garage and when I left school, I did work experience at his garage and I learned how to be a car mechanic. Now I have my own garage and my 2 nephews work for me. 4. I was always fascinated by the ocean because we live by the sea. Then something happened when I was about 14, which kind of changed my life. We watched a TV documentary at school about how bad the pollution in the sea was and it got me thinking, what can I do to help? So, when I was 16, I did some voluntary work for a conservation group with one of my friends. Then later I did a university degree in marine biology, studying wildlife and plants that live in the sea. Now I work for an organization that finds out how our oceans are changing and what we can do to protect marine life.
Okay, students, so this is the listening. As you noticed or heard, he talked about 4 different jobs. So please, if you can identify the first one, actually he talked about being a vet. Yes, number 2, he talked about a science teacher. And number 3, someone, you know, he worked with his uncle in a garage, and later he had his own garage, etc. So he talked about, car mechanic. And in number 4, yes, he talked about a marine biologist. Okay, now students, I say, which job do you think sounds the most interesting and why? Okay, did you like being the vet or a science teacher, a car mechanic or a marine biologist? Which one? You know, you should express your interest. Okay, now students, here I'm going to start with what is called in English compound nouns. Before we start, you know, with the exercises, I want to read this. What is the compound noun? The compound noun is made up of 2 words. That's why, you know, it's called compound. Yes, 2 words. The first word is usually a noun or adjective. It describes the second word, which is a noun. The words can be joined together like motorbike, or they could be separate like science teacher or marine wildlife. You know, each 2 words, sometimes we join them to have 1 word. You know, like we have the word basketball, football, etc. You know, such kinds of sports, they are compound nouns. You know, because we have, let's say, foot and ball. We join them together, we have 1 compound noun, and we say football as a compound noun. Okay, now students, after learning what do we mean by compound nouns, we need to move to exercise number 5. Match these words from activity 3 to make compound nouns. Look up any words you don't know in your dictionary. As you can see in number 1, car. See, this is 1 word. What shall I say? Car, documentary or biologist, group, mechanic or teacher. This is easy. You can say that car mechanic. Yes. Now, car mechanic is a compound noun because I have 2 words, car and mechanic. Yes. Now, 2, TV what? We say TV documentary. Yes. Number 3, maths teacher. And 4, easy, again we studied this many times, marine biologist. Yes, and 5, conservation group. You know, conservation is like keeping, okay, keeping a group. You know, this, let's say, kind of people, they have a group just to keep the forest clean or the sea clean like this, or the city clean. They are called in English conservation group. Yes, so students, here we have 5 compound nouns. Now students, here again I'm going to move to use of English adjectives plus prepositions plus noun. You know, look at these phrases from the listening text. In some phrases, the adjectives and prepositions always go together. Please, always go together. And are followed by a noun. For example, good. This is an adjective. What is the preposition that is always followed by good? Shall I say good in, for example, if I want to say, I am good in English? No, actually this is wrong. In English we should say I am good, please, at. Okay, good, at, always. When you say good, you know, it needs to be followed by the preposition at. So we say I was good at maths and science anyway. Yes, I was always really keen. Now keen, like interested. Or showing the interest. Keen is followed with the preposition on. Science. See, keen on. So you need to memorize the adjectives with those prepositions. See, like I say, good at, keen on. You know, for example, the adjective interested. A short time ago I said interested. Interested always followed by in. I say interested in. You know, again, another example, if I say afraid. Afraid of, always. I don't say afraid from, wrong. We should say afraid of, like this. Yes. Now find the meanings of these compound nouns from activity 3 and how do you know these things can help you get a job. Now what do we mean in English? Who can tell me? What do I mean by work experience? What do I mean by voluntary work? And what do I mean by university degree? Take some time, try to write one sentence describing English. What do we mean by these 3 compound nouns? Okay, please try to write down your own answer before you look at the screen now. Now students, if I say what do I mean by work experience, actually it is the time you work for a company or an organization. Now in number 2, what do I mean by voluntary work? Actually it is when you work for free without getting any money for a charity. In number 3, a university degree is a qualification you get after you study at a university. You need to finish the 4 or 5 or 6 years at university, then you get the university degree. Yes. Now students, again, I'm going to listen again and complete these phrases in the correct, with the correct adjective or preposition, then match a phrase with a job from activity 3. So please, again students, listen carefully. As you can see here, I have the adjective. What is the missing preposition? Okay? Please listen. Or sometimes I need to write the adjective. And students, don't forget, they say you need, again, to identify the job that they talked about. Listen, please.
Track 43. 1. I've been crazy about animals ever since I was a little girl. When I was about 12, I met a friend of my parents who worked with animals. She said that it wasn't enough just to love animals. I had to work really hard at maths and science at school and then go to university and study for a long time. So, that's what I did. It helped that I was good at maths and science anyway. So, it's no surprise to anyone that I'm a vet. 2. How did I get to do my job? Well, I was always really keen on science at school and I wanted to help kids understand science and enjoy it like I did. I think I'm quite good with kids in general. I understand the way they think and learn. So teaching is a perfect job for me. Oh, and my uncle was a maths teacher and one of my cousins is an English teacher. So, teaching runs in our family. Oh, what do I do? I'm a science teacher in the city high school. 3. I always loved cars and motorbikes. When I was little, I used to watch my dad working on his car. I became really interested in engines and I started to help my dad with his car when I was about 14. A friend of my dad's owned a garage and when I left school, I did work experience at his garage and I learned how to be a car mechanic. Now I have my own garage and my 2 nephews work for me.
students? So thank you very much for listening, and now I think you can fill in these spaces or the missing words. So number one, I've been about animals since I was a little girl. So actually the correct answer is crazy about animals. Number two, I had to work really hard. Yes, the job that he said this sentence is the vet, because as I said, we listened to 4 different jobs. Yes, number two, I had to work really hard at maths and science. Who said this? Again, the vet. Number three, I think I'm quite good with kids in general. Of course, the science teacher. Number 4, I became really interested in engines for the cars and the like, so we say car mechanic. And number 5, I was really fascinated by the ocean, the water, so this job is for the marine biologist. Yes. Now students, number 8, what kind of job would you like to do, and what interests and talents do you have now that might lead you to a job in the future? Use the phrases in activity 7 here, okay, to help you explain to your partner. For example, I would like to be a doctor because I am interested in maths and science, etc. And of course, you need to express yourself. Actually, students, that's all for today. Next time, inshallah, I'm going to complete, as you can see, the second part from the activity. Hope that you enjoyed the lesson. See you next time. Goodbye.